Hello, my name is Anthony Aljami, and it is my honor to welcome you to the California Youth Leadership Summit. This event is for youth by youth. It is planned by high school students and college students all throughout the state of California, and it welcomes students from 140 different countries around the world.
Hi everyone, I'm Sadie Wheeler, the high school co-chair of the 2025 California Youth Leadership Summit and a student at University City High School in San Diego. Welcome to this incredible event, created for youth by youth. I'm so excited to hear from our amazing high school and college panelists joining us from across California and around the world. Today, we'll be diving into powerful conversations on world peace and cooperation, quality education for all, the role of AI in education, and social media. These topics impact all of us, and I can't wait to hear the ideas and perspectives our generation brings to the table. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the California Youth Leadership Summit.
Hello to the organizers, participants, and supporters of the California Youth Leadership Summit and California Young Artist Expo. I'm Kenko Sone, Consul General of Japan in Los Angeles. It is my great pleasure to greet everyone watching. Congratulations on the California Youth Leaders Summit and California Young Artists Expo. This is a wonderful opportunity for high school students and college students from around the world to discuss and exchange ideas about important topics. I am told that students from over 100 countries are taking part this year. Engaging with people from different backgrounds can open new doors and fuel new interests, such as travel. On that note, I'd like to encourage today's participants to visit Japan. This year, the Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan is taking place from April 13th to October 13th, under the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. A total of 165 countries, regions, and international organizations are participating. On a grassroots level, California's sister city relationship around the world promote international friendship and collaboration. Although the world facing many difficult challenges, divisions, and confrontations. I'd like to see more young leaders around the world engage in sister city activities as well. So my hope is that this California Youth Leadership Summit, under the theme Peace, Kindness, and Cooperation, will inspire all attendees, regardless of where you are participating, to think about and discuss how you all can collaborate with each other to make the world a better place. Last but not the least, I'd like to acknowledge California sister cities for hosting this summit and all its organizing partners and the many volunteers and supporters for making today's event possible. Best wishes to all the participants on their path ahead. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the California Youth Leadership Summit 2025. We're so excited to have you join us to listen to our panelists talk about topics such as AI in classroom, world peace and cooperation, social media, quality education, etc. First, let's start with the introductions, and I would like to introduce the panelists. The first one being myself. Hi, I'm Rhea. I'm studying at the University of Calgary, and I'm studying business technology management in Alberta, Canada. I'm doing my honors in it, and my thesis mainly revolves around AI in consulting, etc. My extracurriculars involve me doing debate on campus and in Western Canada itself, social entrepreneurship, consulting in pro bono projects, etc. Let's move on to introduce our other panelists. Let's start with Ava.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ava Kisravi, and I am a junior in high school at Canyon Crest Academy in San Diego, California. This past year, I've had the opportunity to speak at the United Nations on the Day of Women and Girls in Science, and one of my favorite hobbies is playing sports.
Hello, my name is Denmark Harris. I'm from Southern California. I am an English major at UC Berkeley. However, I am currently studying abroad at Doshishi University in Kyoto, Japan. I am part of the Nichibun program. I am studying Japanese language and culture. After graduation, I plan to obtain my TESOL certificate, and then I would like to teach English abroad in Japan and also in a variety of countries in Latin America and really just around the world in general. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Alira Caldwell, and I'm currently a junior at Steele Canyon High School, located in San Diego, California. And I have a bit of experience taking AP classes, and I started my own women empowerment club at my school.
Hello everyone, my name is Jiayuan Tian. I come from China and I'm currently a senior student of Minerva University, majoring in arts and literature and also political science. I'm really passionate about bridging the global education gaps and also empowering youth through storytelling and social innovation. And this fall, I'll be joining Columbia University's SIPA for my master program. And I'm really excited to learn together with all of you guys.
My name is Sadie, and I'm the high school co-chair. I go to University City High School, and I'm going to be an upcoming senior in the fall. I hope to go to law school and become a lawyer and politician later in life.
Okay, hello. Good day, everyone. My name is Agnes Yu, and I'm currently a student at University of Uttar Malaysia, majoring in technology management. I'm truly honored to be a part of this panel discussion today, and I'm passionate about the topics of world peace, education, and the impact of technology on the society. So I'm excited to share my thoughts and also learn from all of you. Thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Kabir Paul, and I go to Stockdale High School in Bakersfield, California. And I'm a freshman currently, and my interests are I love to play tennis, piano, and viola, and I'm currently aspiring to become a doctor in the future.
Hi there. My name is April, and I'm currently a student in Vancouver Island University. And my major is hospitality management. And I feel the topic, world cooperation, and the social media is very interested in me.
Hi, my name is Adriella, and I'm from Marin County in California, where I go to Redwood High School. And there I'm involved in a few leadership positions, but I also play softball, which I really enjoy.
Yes, hello, my name is Haru Ikishima. I'm a I'm a student from Kansai University of International Studies in Japan, and I am majoring in global communication and global business, and my interest is global business and inbound tourism. Nice to meet you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rosny Glass. I am a science student majoring in biology. I am so happy to be with you all today. I use my platform to talk about women's rights and also children education. So quality education is a topic that I'm really interested about.
Hi, my name is Julia. I'm from Southern California, and I currently go to California State University of Fullerton. My major is linguistics, and I also minor in Japanese. I'm in my last year of university, and the topic I am most interested in today is quality education.
My name is Sylvia Wamboi from Nairobi, Kenya, a Catholic psychologist from the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. I am also the founder of Beyond the Mind Wellness, which is a mental health organization that basically works with the young people in the community.
Hello everyone, my name is Alpil Daltami. I'm a third-year student of Public Administration at the University of Indonesia. I am from Indonesia. I have extensive experience in development project, and I want to share you about world peace and cooperation, especially about culture to support transparent government and environmental care.
Thank you for all the lovely introductions. So let's start with the first topic that we have here. And I will start off by asking the first question from each of you who would like to comment. First is world peace and cooperation. What role do you think education plays in fostering a culture of peace and understanding among nation and cultures?
I think it's our job to gain knowledge and try to find the truth in things, and use the facts in order to, make decisions, instead of just using propaganda. Because I feel like a lot of people use their friends as like sources of news and social media as sources of news when those can often be like really unreliable. So it's really important to just enter everything with an open mind and try to gain facts and also only spread facts. Don't continue spreading this misinformation. So.
I would say world peace start with education.
It helps to break down stereotypes and prejudice. So it fosters empathy, which is the foundation of peaceful coexistence through subjects like global studies, literature, or even language learning. So a well-rounded education does not just prepare individuals for the workforce, it also prepares them to be thoughtful, compassionate global citizens who contributes to a more peaceful world.
After all those lovely answers, let's move on to expand a little more on the second question. How can we as youth do our part in spreading peace throughout the world?
Today, many youth organizations and community groups have shown how strong local collaboration can be, from infrared talk to digital literacy, classes, and inclusion effort. Young people are making real change, starting in our community and spreading wider.
Honestly, I completely agree. I think that if we continue to, as youth, spread kindness, and just it really starts in the way that we all communicate and interact with each other, and just taking like active and mindful steps to go out of our way to be kind and like bridge those kind of connections between each other and culture and everything of that sort.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. I think a key takeaway for all our listeners from this can be that to urge each other to raise our voice when it really matters and to not kind of let yourself go silent just in the face of any kind of oppression, whether that's stereotypical oppression or maybe just any assumed oppression. But those were absolutely wonderful answers. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the last question of this panel, which is what role do international student exchanges or virtual collaborations play in promoting peace?
Yeah, so I believe that we as youth definitely have the power to promote peace and cooperation throughout the world. One way that we can do that is through organizing intercultural exchange organizations. For example, I'm part of an organization called Colore International. Colore International connects people from different countries and backgrounds through food, games, and conversation. Through my participation in these intercultural exchange sessions, I've really deepened my understanding and respect for people from different countries and different cultures. For example, I've furthered my understanding and appreciation for people from Peru, Japan, of course, Nepal, France. And so, participating in these kind of programs can really help people. It can really foster within people a greater level of respect, appreciation, and understanding for people who are from a different country and a different background than they are. So, yeah.
So I definitely think that, international collaborations build a part in creating connections, not just with the people, but also with different cultures. So when I recently just did my study abroad, it was just only 2 weeks, but that's plenty of time to just like immerse yourself in a culture.
I've had a chance to join this program several times. The programs only last 2 weeks, but during that time, We experience different culture, language, and custom from each country. After many hours of group work, we give a final pitch. It was great experience. I was able to about things from many different perspectives, and I believe programs like this should be offered more often for young people.
I feel like integrating and assimilating kind of into the culture of where you are is extremely important. Just finding out what the traditions and cultures look like. I'm an international student myself here, but I'm friends with great people from all over the world and even from the city here. And we've had exchange students from Korea, Japan, and all places. And it's amazing, kind of even just like trying out their food. I, for some reason, know how to say the Greek alphabet now. Um, and it's just crazy fun facts that you can just discuss in conversations as well. So I completely agree with all of our perspectives on how this can play a role in promoting peace and collaboration. And taking an active part in listening, empathy, being kind is something that's really true to our core, which we should definitely not lose along the way.
I'm Manal Hassan, the college chair of the 2025 California Young Artists Expo, and it is my great honor to present a special series of awards recognizing outstanding student artists and poets from around the world. These awards are named in honor of 3 distinguished leaders from Japan. Mr. Kotaro Nagasaki, governor of Yamanashi Prefecture, Dr. Hiroshi Tasaka, chairman of the Fuji 5 Lakes Green Metropolis Forum and chancellor of Academia 21st Century, and Mr. Yasutomo Suzuki, governor of Shizuoka Prefecture. Let us begin with the awards named in honor of Governor Kotaro Nagasaki of Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. The 2025 Kotaro Nagasaki Governor of Yamanashi Prefecture Art Award is awarded to Nandini Agrawal from the Father Angel School in Noida, India, for the artwork titled Innocence. The Kotaro Nagasaki Governor of Yamanashi Prefecture Kotodama Award goes to Cho Kami from the Tokyo Hospitality Academy in Tokyo, Japan, for the piece titled The Flower of Harmony Blooming in Peace. Next, we honor contributions aligned with the vision of Dr. Hiroshi Tasaka, a renowned scholar, visionary, and advocate for sustainable development. The Hiroshi Tasaka Chairman of the Fuji 5 Lakes Green Metropolis Forum Art Award is presented to Basmina John from AYC Nazo Anna Girls School in Jalalabad, Afghanistan, for the artwork titled Human Knot. The Hiroshi Tasaka Chancellor of Academia 21st Century Art Award is awarded to Jonas Kenya of Unity University in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, for the piece titled Roots of Reflection. The Hiroshi Tasaka Chancellor of Academia 21st Century Kotodama Award goes to Mizuki Kitazawa from Hamamatsu University School of Medicine in Shizuoka, Japan, for the powerful piece titled Individuality. Finally, we recognize youth voices through awards named after Governor Yasutomo Suzuki of Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan. The Yasutomo Suzuki Governor of Shizuoka Prefecture Art Award is presented to Arifa Jahan of Government Azizul Haq College in Bogura, Bangladesh, for the piece titled A Beautiful Nightmare. The Yasutomo Suzuki Governor of Shizuoka Prefecture Kotodama Award is awarded to Soumya Ranjan Samal from Utkal University of Culture in Odisha, India, for the inspiring piece titled Growing Together, Living in Love.
We, the humans, are God's unique creations, blessed not just with minds that explore, but with beautiful hearts filled with empathy and care for one another. We have been gifted with virtues that have allowed us to build our lives on sacred Mother Earth. Yet today, our precious Mother Earth cries out in pain, for we have strayed from our path, forgetting the loving hearts we have been given. But it's never too late to rediscover our way, to make God and Mother Earth proud of us once more. Let's take Small loving steps, growing together, helping one another, embracing empathy for all, cherishing nature's beauty, living with honesty, and seeing the world as one family. Let's weave peace and cooperation into the fabric of our lives. When we do, this world will blossom into a paradise where love is the air we breathe, and we will live in harmony as one loving family. Thank you.
I'm extremely pleased and honored to introduce you to the California Youth Leadership Summit Honorary Chair, Dr. Thelma Press. Dr. Press is a co-founder and guiding light of California's sister cities and the recipient of the Order of the Rising Sun Gold and Silver Rays from the Emperor of Japan. Please welcome our leader, Dr. Thelma Press.
Thank you for your involvement in Sister Cities International. As Sister Cities citizen diplomats, we are the faces of America to the world. And the greatest strength of the United States is the diversity of her people. We are a rainbow of colors, making a brilliant mosaic pattern of ethnic cultures. I hope you will continue your involvement with Sister Cities and encourage others to join your efforts. Youth involvement is the most important aspect of Sister Cities' growth. You are a hope for the future.
It is my honor to announce the recipient of the California Sister Cities 2025 Betty Wilson and Thelma Press Award for Outstanding Sister City Programs, an award named in tribute to two trailblazers of California's Sister City movement, whose vision fostered global friendship and cross-cultural understanding. This year's award is presented to the Hermosa Beach Sister City Association, recognized for its enduring dedication to international friendship, youth engagement, and cultural exchange. Through nearly 6 decades of meaningful initiatives with its sister city, Loreto, Mexico, Hermosa Beach has embodied the very essence of people-to-people diplomacy and community-driven leadership that this award seeks to honor. Their sister city activities have included student exchange and paramedic and firefighting training, as well as support for a local foster care facility. Please join me in congratulating the Hermosa Beach Sister City Association for their exceptional contributions to building lasting international relationships and strengthening global community ties.
Welcome and good morning to everybody today to the 65th anniversary of Nagoya Day. In 2024, we explore central Japan.
This year, we would like to introduce many Nagoya's good locations to go to you visit.
As we now enjoy very strongest alliances between Japan and the United States as global partners.
As we celebrate our 65th anniversary, I want to recommit to this partnership that has brought so much benefit to our communities.
You all develop a deeper interest to Nagoya. Please enjoy your time here today. Thank you.
welcome to the 65th anniversary VIP reception and dinner, which is co-hosted tonight by the Port of Los Angeles.
ビジネスとかそういうのもやっぱり人のつながりからできてまして、やっぱりもっと企業を大きく組み込んで、そういう新しい姉妹都市関係をこれからもっとつないでいきたいなと思ってます。
The second panel is social media, with the first question being, how does social media contribute to the formation of self-image and self-esteem among adolescents?
I think that mainly social media is going to contribute to a worse self-image, especially as a young girl on the internet. I've been able to see how edited pictures, counting how many likes you're getting, counting how many shares, how many people repost, it kind of gets into your mind, and you start to see it as a reflection of yourself, even if it has nothing to do with you. You start thinking like, oh, if I get this many likes, it means I'm not as good as my friend. And social media leads to a lot of comparison because people are just posting the best part of their lives. And so when somebody looks at it, they can often think, oh, like my life's not like that, even if they're not seeing all of the context, because everyone's life has a lot of context behind it. It's not just all of the good parts. And it can lead to a lot of self-image issues, like just looking at people and thinking, how can I look like that? When most of the time it's fake. Even if we know in our brains it's fake, it's hard to internalize that it actually is because when we look at an image, we aren't thinking, oh, how did they edit it? Especially with all the technology, it's just so easy to edit these pictures and you're not going to know what's real.
Social media plays a significant role in shaping adolescents' self-image and self-esteem by creating platforms where they constantly compare themselves to others. Adolescents compare themselves to others by the number of likes, followers, and engagement that they get on social media, and hence this leads to them seeking social validation. I'll give an example. For example, in my country, Kenya, whereby most content creators really go through the social media validation leading to their low self-esteem. This is by they get negative comments maybe about how they look, how they dress, the color of their skin, and this leads them to doing a lot of things like, for example, bleaching to fit the color that people on social media want them to look like, and hence this lowers their low self-esteem, leading to them even uninstalling their social media platforms or even getting into depression because they cannot fit to what the society wants them to look like. And as much as positive comments can boost your self-esteem, negative comments mostly are the ones that have an impact on people's life. You might have 5 positive comments, but one negative comment is gonna affect your self-esteem and self-image, and you're going to want to change your whole body or how you live to fit in the social media world. And hence, I think social media has really led to the low self-esteem of many adolescents in the world and also in my country, Kenya. Thank you.
I would like to say that I think social media affects especially like a younger youth whose brains aren't fully developed enough to be able to differentiate what is unrealistic and what is real and how to perceive their own self because you're really young, you don't understand yet. But I definitely think that we might touch on this a little bit later with the AI topic, but especially nowadays, it is that I feel that AI has contributed to creating more of an unrealistic view on, beauty standards, everything, stuff like that.
Let's move on to the last question of this panel to wrap this up is, has social media brought people closer together or pushed them further apart?
Social media has done both. It has brought people together, people closer, and it has also has made people apart. And for example, on the first one, it's brought people together because it has enhanced instant communication and also communication to people who are abroad or far from you. For example, like us here, I am in Kenya, you are in another country, and it's easier for us to communicate. Hence, social media has brought instant communication, which is a very good thing. On the other hand, it has pushed people far away from each other. That is by it has created this superficial communication whereby, for example, you can actually meet someone online, become partners, and also break up just there on the social media without ever meeting each other.
Social media has done both. We can all agree it has done both. It has connected people in incredible ways, but it has also contributed to social isolation and division. On one hand, it allows us to stay in touch with friends and families, especially those living far away. It enables us to share milestones, support each other during tough times, and celebrate life's moments together. People have found long lost relationship, meet friends across the world, and create meaningful communities around with shared interests. That with all that thanks to social media. However, on the other hand, social media, however, on the other hand, it has also caused people to withdraw from a real world relationship and rely too much on digital connection. It can contribute to a superficial interaction and echo chamber where people only hear views that they agree with, making it harder to understand opposing perspective. In some cases, it has even fueled hate speech, political polarization, and misinformation. So, whether it brings us closer or pushes us apart really depends on how we use it and how conscious we are about its effort.
Next, we are pleased to introduce a poetry component of the California Young Artists Expo. Please welcome Mason Granger, poet in residence of the University of Southern California's Schwarzenegger Institute for State and Global Policy.
Hi, I'm Mason Granger, the poet in residence of the USC Schwarzenegger Institute, which is a kind of fusion of the School of Public Policy and an arm of Arnold Schwarzenegger's philanthropic interests, from physical fitness and personal health, and equally as important, environmental health, climate change, and the sustainability of the world around us. So my position as poet in residence was created in 2024 to use the power of the arts to contribute to the public discourse on these issues in a way that's both thought-provoking and widely relatable. And also, particularly, to engage young people across Los Angeles to contribute their voices to the discourse as well, so that across all generations and cuts of people, we can find creative solutions to these challenges together. So I was thinking about air pollution and the urgency of the cleanliness of the air that connects us all. We each take 20,000 breaths a day. So I'm thinking, how can we get people to care more about the air we all breathe? So I wrote a poem called Air is Food You Breathe that explores this whole idea. Ears, eyes, tongue, mouth, nose, lungs, ear mouths, eye tongues. Lungs, nose, mouth, nose, tongue, eye, mouth, nose, lungs, nose. I always thought the weird thing about cooking shows is that you watch and listen to people talk about taste and smells. It makes no sense how we use ourselves backwards, but I knows that food is music your mouth hears. You see a lover's voice hung in the Louvre. Font is the clothes your words wear, but today's fashion all isms and blues. But I knows that these feet were made for talking, and here we are. So hungry for life, we inhale from all corners of the globe. Air is just food you breathe, so break bread. Lungs knows. There's nowhere for cooks to go when they can't stand the heat, so they just keep doing what they're doing to themselves to death. But Lungs knows the best restaurants have the best atmosphere. And Lungs knows a clean kitchen is the heart of a home. Because see, when you eat, your stomach splits life from waste. Take in, push out, you take such care. Well, air is food you breathe. Your lungs split life from waste. Take in, breathe out. Lungs knows. Mouth knows how much energy you put into what you put in your body, while lungs just knows the irony. You ever have food so good it takes your breath away? You ever breathe so deep you could hear better? You ever fall in love so deep it makes hear better? Oh, heart knows it's all right here. It's just 1 kilometer up and 1 kilometer down. That's life's entire buffet. And so if this body is to keep building and this building is to keep being our home, we got to add plates. seconds, thirds, helping after helping. When in doubt, just keep helping. The weird thing about cooking shows is gonna be, where have they all gone? Once we start to chef our own destinies, heart knows this body of work ahead. On the shoulders of giants, take a stand on your own two lungs. Nose, focus. Ears, eyes, tongue, mouth, nose, lungs. Breathe in, eat it, and see what happens. Thank you.
California Sister Cities is proud to announce that two distinguished individuals are receiving the 2025 Norm Mineta Lifetime Achievement Award, honoring their lifetimes of exceptional service in international exchange, civic leadership, and community impact. The first recipient is Mr. Chester Chong. Born in Hong Kong and a U.S. resident since 1982, Mr. Chong served the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Los Angeles in numerous leadership roles from 1988 to 2025, including president and chairman. Under his guidance, the Chamber expanded its role in promoting cultural exchange as a path to mutual respect and collaboration among nations. He has served as a reserve deputy for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and as a mission pilot and captain in the U.S. Air Force Auxiliary Civil Air Patrol. His efforts have spanned 5 continents and multiple humanitarian missions. Mr. Chong's lifelong dedication to fostering global friendship through education, service, and intercultural dialogue reflects the spirit of the Norm Mineta Award and the values of California's sister cities. The next recipient of the 2025 Norm Mineta Lifetime Achievement Award is Karen Phillipson, a passionate advocate for community, culture, and international friendship. For decades, Karen has dedicated herself to making Laguna Beach a welcoming and vibrant place through her leadership in the Sister Cities movement, hospitality, and the arts. As founding president of the Laguna Beach Sister City Association, founding chair of Visit Laguna Beach, and an active supporter of the Laguna Playhouse, the Friends of the Library, and Laguna's 3 sister cities, Karen has exemplified the spirit of people-to-people diplomacy and civic engagement. Please join us in celebrating Karen Phillipson for a lifetime of service and her remarkable contributions to global understanding and community enrichment.
Let's move on to the third panel, which is quality education. What does quality education for all mean to each of us here personally?
Well, I feel to me, it means that every person, no matter their background, they deserve the equal access to good teachers, safe schools, and useful knowledge. And and I feel education should not be it should be the basic right. And when everyone gets a chance to learn, I feel the whole world can be like better.
Okay, I totally agree. In my opinion, quality education for all means inclusive learning, where everyone, no matter their background or ability, has equal access and opportunity to learn. For me, it's not just about academic, but also about building a safe space where students feel seen, heard, and free to express themselves. Education should empower students to speak up, ask questions, and explore their creativity. Inclusion means no one is left behind, whether it's student with disability, those from remote area or different cultural group. That's real quality.
Yes, so to me, the quality education for all means more than just the access to the classrooms or even knowledge. It means the access to the infinite possibility. It's about whether a student, regardless of where they are born or what language they speak, can always have the chance to discover their potential and also ask some bold questions and imagine a future that feels within reach. So for me, growing up in China, I really saw how talented students from rural or under-resourced backgrounds were often left out, not because they lacked the ability, but because they lacked the information or support. So that's why I co-founded some social enterprises focusing on this topic. For me, the quality education isn't just about the test scores or university rankings. It's about whether the system can actively work to close those gaps and whether it empowers every student to be seen, heard, and also equipped for a changing world. So when I think about this topic, quality education for all, I think about systems that don't just serve the privileged few, but are bold enough to rethink who education is for and who gets to shape it.
I would like to move on to the last question for this panel, which is, do you think education systems today are preparing students to solve global challenges? Why or why not?
I can say not completely. In one way, technology has helped us to make a lot of progress, and that's really good. But we also need to not complete because I feel like we're trying to erase or to replace education with technology and everything, but we're not that's not the goal. Technology is supposed to help support education and not completely erase it, replace it. So for now, I can say we need more critical thinkers. We need more creators. We need more young people innovating. And I'm not talking about, when I say creators, I'm not talking about social media creators, influencers. I'm talking about young people bringing new ideas and projects to life. So yes, we need more of that.
When you were mentioning how these sort of skills should be continuously taught through the curriculum, really embedded so that people know how to use them when they complete their education.
We are proud to announce that the Tachikawa San Bernardino Sister City Exchange Program is the recipient of the 2025 California Sister Cities Eisenhower Youth Empowerment Award. For 66 years, this outstanding program has fostered a friendship and mutual understanding between the cities of Tachikawa, Japan, and San Bernardino, California. With multiple generations of families participating in student exchanges, the program has created lasting bonds and empowered youth to become global citizens and community leaders. In addition to their longstanding commitment to international exchange, the program has also generously supported youth creativity and intercultural expression by helping fund the Thelma Press World Peace Art Award as a part of the California Young Artists Expo. Please join us in congratulating the Tachikawa San Bernardino Sister City Exchange Program for its extraordinary legacy of youth empowerment, cultural exchange, and international goodwill.
We move off to the last and final panel, which is AI and the classroom. The first question that we have for you here is, in what ways can AI enhance student learning and creativity?
I feel in terms of the creativity, what's powerful here is that AI really lowers the barrier to experimentation. So students don't need to be experts to try something new. With the guidance, they can use AI as a starting point to iterate, reflect, and also refine their own voices. So it kind of shifts the creativity from something that like you either have or don't to something that everyone can practice. So in that way, the AI isn't replacing the original thinking, but it's helping students to unlock it. But I think the only way it works when creativity is it's still rooted in a personal reflection and also critical decision making. So the best outcomes is when the AI sparks the idea, but students still takes it somewhere uniquely their own.
Let's move on to the next question that we have for the panel, which is, should there be limits on how much AI can assist with homework, essays, and projects?
Yes, I do believe there should be limits, and these limits should be pretty big. While AI can provide helpful resources and support, over reliance on AI for tasks like homework or essays may hinder the development of critical thinking, problem solving, independent learning skills, and of course, creativity. AI should only be used as a tool to enhance learning, not to replace the process of it.
And we finally move on to the final question of our panel discussion, which is, what subjects or tasks do you think AI can improve most in the classroom, and which should remain human-led?
As far as the subjects that AI can help the most with, I would say English, in particular, academic writing, essays, research papers. As I've said before, AI can, help students organize their ideas that they have for an essay, by creating outlines that they can then use, as a way for them to write a coherent, structured essay.
The best thing I think AI can be used for is checking grading and things that have one answer. So like in math, science, grammar, spelling, things like that, there's only going to be one right answer, at least in the lower divisions of math. But the things that I think that AI cannot replace in the classroom is discussions around history and debates and politics, things like that. Every person has their own context and their own bias that they bring to a conversation, and that's just not something that AI can replace. Every debate that we have is going to be based on how somebody grew up, what their experiences have been like, and AI doesn't have those experiences. And I think that that's a very uniquely human trait that should not be replaced because it's what makes conversations interesting and helps you see more insight into people's lives. Like AI can try and pretend like it knows different cultures and different experiences, but it's never going to be able to replace how the human brain actually thinks and develops on certain stances based on what we've all gone through.
Yeah, I definitely found it really interesting how you mentioned like the sources that these AI chatbots help like reference. Like for one, I know Google Gemini has whenever it gives you like an answer to a question, like if you have just like a question on something or like you want like a summary of a topic, they always cite their sources at the bottom and you can always click to like learn more. I think that in those situations, AI is really becoming advanced in really facilitating that learning and helping people access knowledge in a way that's very clear and concise.
I think that having AI take over the um, subjects that are really rooted in human creation and having like our emotional aspects like literature and other forms of like artistic things definitely should be more human led.
So, with this, we come to the end of our discussion. And with this, I would like to thank our panelists for their wonderful insights. As we've seen today, youth voices are the future. So, let's keep learning, connecting, and creating a more peaceful world together. Thank you to the listeners for staying engaged with us.
We painted peace with our hands, by a teenager, an artist, a believer in better. We didn't have much, just cracked sketchbooks, secondhand dreams, and a world that felt like it was tearing at the seams. But we had each other. Me with paint under my fingernails and you always humming some tune no one else knew the lyrics to. We were different, in languages, in skin, in stories, but we both knew what it felt like to be unheard. So we made a pact. No politics, no pretending, just honesty, just colors, just trying. You showed me how your sky is more orange at dusk, how your grandma sings old peace songs like they're lullabies for the planet. I showed you how I sketch fireflies when I'm sad because they remind me even the tiniest things can glow. We didn't talk about wars. We talked about wishes. We didn't fix the world. We made it softer, just by standing side by side. Somewhere between my pencil smudges and your guitar strings, we built something gentler than all the flags we've ever seen. I remember the day we painted peace, literally. Hands dipped in blue and gold and green, pressing them against a broken wall like we were trying to hold the earth together with fingerprints. And maybe it worked. Maybe not on a global scale, but in the small space between us, peace became real. Not because we agreed on everything, but because we listened, and we laughed, and we loved, without needing to explain why. Sometimes I think if everyone had a friend like you, the world wouldn't need weapons. Just more coffee shops, more shared playlists, more quiet moments, where no one's trying to win. Peace isn't a speech, it's a choice. To stay when it's hard, to speak when it's scary, to love when it's inconvenient. So here we are, still painting, still humming, still believing. You and me. Two teenagers, two artists, and maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something beautiful.
You know it started off slowly, 'cause all the good ones do. We've learned to choose our battles, we learn to make a few. Now we're running harder, coming up fast. We need to keep on fighting, not to come in. Know
Thank you all for joining us at the 2025 California Youth Leadership Summit. On behalf of the organizing team, I want to thank our incredible student panelists, moderators, and attendees from California and around the world. We would also like to thank our sponsors, Academia 21st Century and the Southern California News Group, for making today's event possible. Today's discussions on world peace and cooperation, quality education for all, AI in the classroom, and social media truly showcase the insight, passion, and leadership of our generation. The summit is a reminder that youth voices matter, and when we come together, we can inspire meaningful change. We hope you leave today feeling empowered, connected, and ready to make a difference in your communities and beyond.